Woohoo! I could have sworn I turned my speakers off. I guess not. Hey, Selma. Hey, Clyde. Welcome out to the stream. It's good to see y'all. Yoshman indeed. Nice timing, just deciding to take today off. Nice. Oh, okay. Hope you slept well. Actually, I did. I slept good last night. It was nice. I love that, like, the hat brim also looks like a duck bill. The character that this design is based off of is a duck. Time for more art, absolutely. You slept in and you were like, this feels great, I'm gonna keep doing it. I like days like that. Oh, you want me to change back to normal? Back to normal, Kupo. Too much sleep led to reality collapse. Hey, CJT, welcome out. Hey, Tiger Cat, welcome out. Good to see ya. Yep, this is Tiger Cat's commission. Is that inset too much? And the bow! Yeah, we'll do this one. Yeah, that looks off to me. That looks better. Hey, Wolves and Blue Raid, welcome out to the stream. Good to see y'all. When's it gonna be revealed I'm not actually Trevor TF'd in the Ericer, but just the real Ericer doing a good voice impression this time, while Trevor's just been a Roomba? Hmm. That is the future lore, isn't it? Oh, Radon just sent me like the greatest gag on an old Looney Tunes joke. I'm gonna show this on stream. Look at this. Top, bottom, top, bottom, bottom. Oh, no, you don't. You're topping, and that's final. Oh, that's amazing. I love that. Yeah, that was good. Oh no, I put it all on the wrong layer. Wonderful. Welcome back, Habit. Yeah, I could see Aubrey being like that, absolutely. Hey! Oh, I see. A Boomba. Oh, I still take Aubrey off guard, even though I'm a TF fanatic. The race is on, and here comes Pride in the backstretch. Heartaches going to the inside. I saw a King of the Hill clip with Hank not happy with the music that Bobby's listening to. And I've watched all of King of the Hill. Like, I've seen through every single episode at least 4 times at this point. I think I'm on my 5th watch through now. But, God, it's so funny. It's just like, we gotta get you some good music, Bobby. When I was a kid, we had these 2-minute songs about people falling in love or burning down Georgia. God, I love King of the Hill. So funny. Random suggestions by him. And there's like a kid like rocking out listening. Well, he's like older, I would say, like either young adult or late teens. He's like rocking out the music, and Hank's like, "Excuse me, sir, I need to use this parental listening device to monitor this music for my son." And they put like all the CDs on the table there, and the older kid's like, "That's a good album." Walks away, and Hank just goes, "Put it back." I'm excited for the new season, yeah. Hey, Allie. Welcome out. Good to see ya. I've said it before, but I remember my mom being worried about me listening to this song when I was a kid. Oh, if only they knew what a freak I am now. This is way too vanilla for my taste. It's all because of this song. Hey, Raydon, good to see ya. Bomb chew time. Also, Radon, I shared that comic that you sent to me with everyone here. I thought it was funny. No cock like horse cock. I know, right? You love how older music you used to listen to was wildly tame compared to the stuff you listen to now. Oh, yeah. I feel that. The song's secretly a gateway to furry, and then it's only a matter of time till you know Blast Radius by Pepper Coyote from memory. Saw a clip for Secret Agent Wizard Boy. Looks like a new spell. Ooh, Radon. We should play that again. I think it's had like an update or two. I don't think that they've added a ton, but it would be fun to mess around in again. And I understand if you want to wait a little longer too, but I still think it would be fun. Oh man, guys, you know what movie I want to watch in Discord with y'all? We should watch Bridge to Terabithia. Now, I know Radon doesn't like that movie, but I really love the movie. However, I also understand Radon's contempt with it too, which is completely understandable. If I'm remembering right. I know why my sister doesn't like it. I think it's the same with Radon. And it's kind of why I don't like Kangaroo Jack. It's because of the advertisement around the movie and what they're like pretending it's something that it's not. Portrayal doesn't make it better. It's a slow movie. It's you could say it's boring, but I was interested in it. I like the characters. I like the situations. It kind of reminds me of like a bit of my early life, so I'm sure that that's also why I like it. It's a movie about this kid that's a bit awkward and he makes friends with this girl that's just moved in who's very quirky and imaginative. And it's just like a movie about them hanging out and using their imagination. You remember seeing ads in the movie and being confused about why the ads were so off? Yeah, see, I feel like it's a good movie, but like, again, you cannot like it because of its slow paced nature, but if you're going to lie in advertisement, that is not going to help people like your stuff. That's going to make them hate it. I probably would have liked Kangaroo Jack if, it was just being like a fun little movie if they didn't lie about what it was in the ad campaign. Twisting and turning through space and time, Trevor's new form stops on a dime. Rito time. Hey, Abson, welcome out. Is this the B movie? That's why I like Waka and you want to explode him. Yeah, I should probably rename it to like cosplay with Tiger Cat, like just cosplay, but keep the Mortal Kombat K in there for fun. They did the same with the Pink Panther movie. Oh, it's Toon June, a little cosplay fun never hurt. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, absolutely, Tiger Cat. That's a movie you want to watch? What, Kangaroo Jack or Pink Panther? There we go. That's looking good. Oh, that's a shame, Blue Raid. I'm glad you saw the one that got you interested first. I think the show Johnny Bravo makes fun of Steven Seagal. I can't remember what they call the guy, but a lot of his stuff is very much like Steven Seagal, where he worked in a restaurant and the director was impressed with him and wanted to put him in martial arts movies and stuff. And he acts tough all the time until Johnny flicks his nose at one point and he starts crying. He's like, my face! My face! So like Johnny gets beat up for it in the episode, but I'm pretty sure that is all a spoof on Steven Seagal. You know, it's funny because when I watch kid shows, if they ever had a celebrity on the kid show, usually the celebrity ends up being someone to look up to, even if they're making fun of him. Like the main character's the one that loses and the celebrity wins in some way, usually. But I remember watching King of the Hill, and they just have Randy Travis as this like perpetual liar, and he just gets Peggy punches him in the face, and then Hank, as the show's ending, says he's gonna go punch him in the face. Squint Ringo, that was the name, yeah. Thank you. I'll be honest, I don't know. I really don't keep up with celebrities. Well, it's all over now, and it sure is Monday. This is like your day, Clyde, except you just stayed home. And it's also not Monday, it's Thursday. But you know, other than like the day being completely dissimilar, it's like your day. Oh, wait, didn't he like leave to Russia for some reason? I think I actually do remember seeing something with that. You should never underestimate anyone, no matter who they are. But he does seem like he's off. He's always felt like that. Hmm. Actually, hang on. Yeah. No. See ya, Abson. Chappie was a movie you like the premise of and enjoyed. Oh, nice. That seems like an interesting premise, yeah. You really enjoyed the focus on experiences of the robot character trying to understand the world he's in. Oh, Blu-ray, could I ask you something about Otherkin? Because there are often times where I feel that I am not. How do I phrase this? I have such trouble getting the words out sometimes. Sometimes I feel tangentially related to what people go through, but I am not the same as that. It's kind of like, I'm doing the whole giraffe rig with Kip and everything, and I've talked about, like, how, I've had an imaginary friend before when I was younger. The easiest way to describe it, I'm basically having a conversation with myself in my head. But I would never think of myself as a system or anything. It's just something that I thought was neat to do. And I don't know, I've had other experiences like that. So with otherkin, as I understand it, it's just more that you conceptualize yourself more in line with a specific animal and you relate to that more than you would just like being human. Am I off? I would want someone who is one to explain it to me that I could understand it or make sure that I'm on the right path with that. Ooh, nice, Clyde. I need to go do that when I get done with my art here. But, with what you said about the movie and your reasons for liking it, I have also always enjoyed things where it's like, oh, I like to see characters that aren't human. I like what if the human gets turned into this character? How do they deal with it? I don't like stories where they're happy to be human again. I like ones where they accept being their new form, and I find those really engaging and fun, and it's a fun scenario. Otherkin is very broad in what it encompasses, several sub-descriptors for the kind and way someone identifies with something. Biggest category division usually being if the thing they identify with is a real animal or something else. But the shared feeling is the same, a strong feeling that the individual is internally not a human but something else. May take a few messages with the character limit and mobile typing. Oh, you're absolutely good. You know, AI is always trying to learn about humans and how to become human. What about an AI android that rejects humanity and wants to learn and print on being an animal instead and learns animal behavior? Like Animorphs touched on this a lot back in the day. Dude, so just a few experiences I've had that are either directly or tangentially related to this topic. When I was a kid, I remember like someone asked me if I was a Therian, and I I don't know. I was a kid and I didn't really know how to say no or explain things or correct people, and I also got it mixed up with thespian, which I also was not, but like I enjoyed acting and stuff just on my own, and I was just like, yeah. And I think it came up because I was a furry, but no. And then I remember on. Wait, what comes first? Hang on. Oh, yeah, I remember on my mission I got in trouble for being a furry because they believed that I thought that I was a literal fox. And it's like, you know, I probably understand that I'm not better than any of you dumb people. Like, I know exactly what I am. I didn't say that to them, but, you know, it's how I felt. And last thing, you know, every now and then I'll have a dream that I'm running from something. But, like, if I want to move faster, I have to drop down on all fours and keep running. Like, I will grab the ground and just, like, launch myself forward from doing that. And I've seen these TikTok videos of like, it's like a GoPro camera strapped to the person's head, and they're like running on all fours through a forest or something. And I'm like, man, this encapsulates my dream so freaking well. Okay, this is wrong right here. I need to redo it. Um. Oh, it goes up. It's like a turtleneck collar. Okay. I'm sad I only ever watched Animorphs, the TV show. I wish I had gotten into the books. I think it would have been fun. Hey, Carios, welcome out to the stream. Good to see ya. I'm working on a commission right now. Other kin are aware of their physical human form and the expectations that carries in a society largely populated by humans. Despite the knowing how to function as a human, other kin feel something inside of them that makes us feel a disconnection, or even dysphoria in strong cases. When the feeling of being human, like it's an act, or the ideas of existence feel and come more naturally for us that are evocative of what we really are. You know, I don't identify as one, but at the same time, I fully understand that. Absolutely. There we go. Okay. Yeah, this shoulder strap was on incorrectly, but I got it all fixed up now. Ooh, an Animorphs OC would be fun. Oh, that's a neat way to take it. Yeah, absolutely. Your loving cup, where I'll never give you up. Lie here next to you. Look at what you made me do. Thank you, Tiger Cat. I'm glad you're liking it. Other kin identities range greatly from ones that are seemingly very close to the experience of a human identity, like people who are elves, to people who are an animal or fantasy creature, to people who have experiences that could be very foreign to traditional human concepts of existence, like robots or spirits or other entities that could understand existence through an incredibly different lens. Okay, so largely this is about relating to something else, like you feel more at home with and comfortable with that thing, correct? Like whatever it is you relate to. Like you said, elves, robots, dragon, like actual animals. Largely, yeah. Okay. Cool, cool. You've seen a pretty decent video essay on that subject that also discusses ethics of furry art. I find it very interesting and fascinating, and part of that is a personal interest since I feel like I've had some aspects of myself that line up with it, not fully, but there are things about myself where it's like, oh yeah, that makes sense or that fits in this way, kind of thing. Okay. I think I've got the line art done for this one, so let's add in the color here. What I thought. This line art looking good to you, Tiger Cat? Tiger ain't messing around. You were born on the beach, so you win. Clyde, I would be your pool toy. Oh, I bet you would. What is this? No reply. Oh.
Karate chop this!
Oh my god. That actually scared me. I was so in the zone of doing something I wasn't expecting it. Three or thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Wearing a Trevor Pool toy and a bikini top and nothing else. Oops. Yeah, that would be fun. I mean, have you seen the picture where I turned myself into a pool toy? I've got two of them. So there's the first one. And here's the second one. You really want me to be a kaiju? That could be cool. It could be like Attack on Titan, but good. What is it? Sorry, me saying that just reminded me of like a clip that Red showed me of like it was the Death Squad chat, and one of them really loves Final Fantasy 14, and then so someone was messing with him where they're like, "Hey, is this true?" And he's like, "I don't know. Is Final Fantasy 14 a trash ass game?" God, that was so funny. Okay, hang on. The boots in the reference image are not black, but I need to check the commission details. Okay, red shoes, okay. That stands out a lot better. You be part of the whole thing as a civilian who comes across a wounded soldier while you're fighting a big monster, and said soldier puts you on a form of exoskeleton that's got an autocannon on one arm. That'd be cool. The thing about your OC for Sona having four arms is you've always been interested in multi-limb characters. The idea of characters whose bodies are more functional and capable than that of a typical person always appealed to me. I get that. The feeling that leads one to understand themselves as otherkin can sort of be related to the discomfort someone would feel when having to conform to expectations of presentation that they don't identify with, like fellow societal or gender norms on how you must live your life, what job you have, what hobbies you must like. Even the awkward feeling of having to follow a dress code you don't like could be a good way to understand the feeling. This vibe that the presentations you're being directed to have don't naturally feel correct, while the thing that does is something you can identify and are naturally drawn to without having to think about it. The idea of not being naturally drawn to it is more bizarre. I agree. And that's a good way to look at it. Thank you for the clarification on everything. Just wanted to make sure, I am understanding it all correctly, but that makes sense. Thank you. Appreciate it, Blue Raid. Something else that I can relate to from being a kid is I liked to pretend to be animals and stuff, right? I made my first persona. I didn't think of it in the sense of fursona back in middle school, but technically that's when I made my first one. And then, I found an online comic that made me make my Fox persona, which would be my first official one later. But I remember, being a kid, and it's like, I'm a human, but I've always wondered what it would be like to have, a tail or animal ears. If I focus hard enough, could I actually feel that thing? Could I imagine what it would feel like to have those? And I could. I don't get the sensation that others do. It's not as strong as someone who always has that sense. They feel like they have a phantom tail or wings or something and they can feel it if it gets caught in the door. I'm not able to focus hard enough to maintain that. But it was something where if I sat and focused on it, I could feel my ears moving that aren't there. I could feel a tail swishing. I would know what it would feel like exactly if someone were to touch it. And I remember bringing that up to one of my cousins once. I'm like, oh yeah, I can just imagine this and I can feel it. It kind of gave me a weird look that I never mentioned it after. I think I mentioned it to someone else and they're like, maybe you shouldn't go around telling people that, which I don't think is bad advice since I can be too open sometimes, but it is just something I can do. Okay, sounds good, Havoc. Thank you. You find all these things about how we portray ourselves fascinating, otherkin, multis, kaiju, morphs. It's awesome to see people having so many ideas. Yeah, no, I agree. And then, everyone is a person, right? At least that's what I grew up being told. Just everyone is who they are, just treat them like a person. Tiger Cat, I need to ask you here. For the boots, I drew these more like normal boots, but if we look at them here for the character, they're more shaped to his webbed feet. Do you want me to shape them to your paws more? Which, I mean, they'd largely be the same, I'd just be adding in some lines, but I know, it's just a thought from looking at this. Are you fine with how they are, or do you want them more like this? Different otherkin can have largely different understanding on why they are what they are, but it's effectively always this internal understanding that this identity is more you, the real you, not just a feeling of, this is a thing I enjoy pretending to be or a persona. It's more of a feeling like, no, this is just what I am. Okay, I gotcha. Driving down the interstate, running 30 minutes late. Actually, I can do this quick. Watch this. I'm going to put 0 on that. I'm going to deselect the tail. And all of this up here. Boom. There we go. Easy. Phantom limbs, where you can feel body part that aren't there, is not a requirement to be otherkin, but a lot of otherkin express feeling it. This song sums up your day pretty well right now. I think it's really funny, just the juxtaposition of what he's saying. You like the concept of dual souls, twin soul stuff? Oh, neat. You'll have to explain that one to me. Like, I think I get it from what you're calling it, but I like having more explanation on it. I don't know, you look kind of good with silver fur there. Look at that. There's also Love You by Jack Ingram. Ooh. Numb the atmosphere. Too similar to the orange. See that? That a person can inhabit more than one soul, that two souls are actually two parts of one soul. Oh, interesting. The movie Nine experimented with this a little too. I need to watch that again. I feel like I was doing something while I was watching it and I got really distracted at one point and missed some of the bigger points of that movie. Oh, this is like the same as the belt. Whoops. So a belt crossed with this. I need to watch it again for sure. Yeah, I do like the sound of that. That's neat. So my TikTok feed, subject jump, but my TikTok feed has been filled recently with like, am I the asshole stories? And some of them are good, but most of them it's just like, yeah, so this guy like beat me and then like kicked me in the shins and I said, please stop that. And he didn't. Am I the asshole for bringing this up? And it's like, okay. Obviously, I'm being hyperbolic, but it feels like that's what a lot of them are similar to. Am I the asshole trending? If there's if there any of the video, well, I mean, not all the time, I guess, but most of the time, if people are censoring themselves, I just block the account because I can't stand it. Like, am I the, and then they just bleep it out. Am I the oh for doing this? It's like, you're reading Am I the asshole? Like, fucking say it, you goddamn bitch. You think I care about your monetization or your feelings? Fucking stop being a pussy. Say the goddamn thing. And then you have some that are like, am I the jerk? It's like, yeah, say asshole. I did come across a great one where the guy is just like, rape, murder, kill, sexual assault. these are words that are censored and they shouldn't be. And he goes, imagine that you got raped and murdered and cut up and put in a trash can, and then some goddamn TikTok influencer is like, oh my god, they got unalived and beep, 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 and they got thrown in the trash can. It's like, how fucking disrespectful. Like, he was angry about it, as I also get frustrated about it, but my god, if it wasn't funny as hell, too. Good. I'm glad you're liking it, Tiger Cat. Unalive is so stupid. I agree. I so there are two guys, Slow Beef and Diabetes, and they still stream, but they used to do something called Retsupre on YouTube, and one of their things was they watched the cutscenes from other Metroid Other M, because Slow Beef wanted to show Diabetes why it's such a bad game, like story wise. And there's a part where, there's an assassin, and Samus goes, I decided to call him the Deleter. And then, like, they never tell you who the like, that game over explains everything, but it never tells you who the assassin is, and you just find him dead at one point. And Slow Beef was like, oh yeah, that's the deleter, by the way. And Diabetes goes, he auto deleted? So Rand's like, oh, Trevor, instead of saying suicide, you gotta say auto deleted. It's too funny. Pretty man kiss my ass. Damn, he all F foreign. Oh, that's another one I can't stand. Kill yourself in Minecraft or something. That one bothers me so much. You learn pretty cursed stuff about how gnolls are born in Baldur's Gate 3. What, is it the same as like hyenas? Because that would still be pretty rough. You think it's funny when you're like, I'm gonna murder this guy on stream, and some people you're with would be like, in Minecraft, in Fortnite. And you're like, yeah, sure. I feel ya. I will temper myself for friends or if I'm on someone else's stream because I'm there as a guest. But on my stream, absolutely not. Red Solo Cup. What? Oh, gnolls are born by exploding out of pregnant hyenas is really disturbing. I mean, hyenas don't have much much of a better time. You say that, and I say that, and you remember the one stream about AI abuse, dude. That was the funniest shit. That was so funny. I was dying, man. For you, your self understanding of otherkinness is connected to your religious beliefs. It's your understanding that your soul is that of what you really are, and you're just in a human body. You much more greatly connect with and personify the concepts of the world around you outside the world of humans as a functional whole, numerous systems and pseudo entities akin to how one might understand a program that are alive, but not in the same way a human would understand what being alive is. A thing to compare this to that might make sense is how a person is one identifiable body, but that body is made up of a bunch of systems, organs, and cells all working together to be a single working body. Oh, okay. On the lighthearted topic, a spiritual successor to Battlefield Heroes dropped into early access today called Heroes of Valor. Oh, nice. Alright. I'm talking foolish. I'm free.
Twisting and turning through space and time,
Always
Trevor's
will
new
be.
form stops on a dime.
What am I, Fisher? What'd I get turned into? I heard it, but I didn't hear the result. Yeah, that is odd. Huh. Weird. Okay, well, sure, let's roll the die then. I'm going to hit this. Oh, I'm Birdo. Look at that. There we go. That's a good sexy form. I gotta suck more people into my mouth. I've already forgotten every woman but you. Okay. I've got a case of permanent O-face now. I'll suck you, Clyde. Wait, that's not how I meant it. Wait, yes it is. Never mind. Now he's a Spherome. No. Why would you inflate me big and round? back in my prime when I can really go it down. Actually, this one, hey buddy, how about a helping hand? Dave! Oh shit, you know what? Actually, hang on. Thank you, Clyde. I like drawing space stuff. Well, it was like, the sky, the outer space, the way that is. I did not want to do that. Where'd you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? He got a big, dado, dee ba dee ba dee ba da bo. Check this out. We're gonna do like a Pokemon type of ground here. What did Twitch do? Well, what did it do? Hey, Sonic, welcome out. That bit you shared about your worldview was to give an explanation for the whole of what makes up your identity. Without it, you're still otherkin and actually feel like what you are, but the way you view things has added an extra layer of disconnect with humans at large because most people don't seem to see things like that at all, and you think they're weird. Of course, you think that's probably a lot of furries or neurodivergent people in general can feel without being otherkin. Okay. Oh, that's weird, Sonic, huh? Oh shit. I saw a thing for doing colored line art, and I wanna give it like an experimental try here. It'll be something I can easily take off if it's not like vibing or working, but I do want to try it. Well spaced and drawn good clean proportions. Thank you. His fatality and friendship are similar. Friendship entails him hugging his opponent. Fatality is squeezing too hard and crushing them to death. It's just like Superman, where he has that nightmare about being too powerful. And, like, Aunt May comes up and he's like, or not Aunt May, sorry, that's Spider Man. But Superman's mom comes in and she's like, "Oh, Clark," and he's like, "Mom," and he hugs her and she goes, "Ah," and dies instantly. And he's like, "No, Mom." God, it was so funny. Bob Ross should be showing up. Nice job on the guns, too. Thank you. Okay, so before I do the colored line art, I've got to make a copy here. I've got to select the base. I've got to lower it by 1 pixel, delete this copy. Make it so that these are not viewed. Copy it here above the line art. Copy the line art. Shift the line art all to one layer. Undo the last line art. Put this down all into the same layer. Okay. Now we can try that little trick I learned. So it wanted us to make 2 layers. The top one is set to overlay. The bottom one is set to multiply. They're both put to 50. And then you color in some stuff. Oh, whoa! didn't know a boy without fuck could go so slow. Take it to the church on the Cumberland Road. Oh. Okay, there we go. That's an interesting way to do stuff. That's a neat way to do stuff. I don't want to do it with this commission in particular right now. It's not the complete vibe I'm going for, and I need more practice with it to get it down, but I like that a lot. Nice little sheen finisher, yeah. Thank y'all. I'm glad you think I did a good job with the guns and everything. He'd fit in with modern day Shokan, rough fighter, but more concerned with survival of his people. Be back in a minute, no problem. With your giraffe rig, wondering what it would be like for you two if you were the other type of giraffe rig for a moment. The one where the tail is more like a helmet hood over the head. Oh, for rig giraffe, yeah. I'm not against doing that eventually, but I haven't really thought about it yet. Because, well, I'm so focused on the giraffe rig aspect. I think it would be fun. Sometimes I can plan ahead, sometimes it's a little hard for me to. That's one of those things where I don't mind exploring it. I think it's fun. I'm glad that people are thinking about it and want it, but I don't have any ideas myself at the moment. Mate, this makes you want to commission full body pics like this in my style. Aw, thank you. Oh, wait, I did that wrong. Don't mind me. I'm just taking up a little space on your tricep. You usually see me doing toon bodies and shapes, so seeing more built characters and humanoid structures in your work does interest you a lot, since your character is that way. I really love toon stuff. It's my preference, but I don't mind doing like more built characters too. I would say that anatomy is something I need more practice on. I'm not perfect at it, but it's still fun to do. And having a muscular character, it's like breaking down the body into blocks, and it's part of why it's fun to draw. Okay, we're all done here. Now I need to get it all exported. Let me let me do something real quick. I'm going to rename that file really quick. Really? What's it opening? Huh? Okay. You love this style a lot. Okay, now we export the time lapse. I'm so behind on uploading my time lapses. The follows list doesn't work. That's interesting. Oh my gay, look at that gay. You might be my next Miss Gay. 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 Magazine. Woo! List of gay lovers. Tell you I'm a gay. Okay, I got it sent over to you, Tiger Cat. Man, Twitch has gotten a lot of problems. Half the time when I export my videos over to YouTube, it doesn't even include the tags or the game that I'm playing. It just doesn't work. Clips work a lot worse than they used to. Like, they don't care. They're making money somehow. It's insane how awful the site runs sometimes. Hey, Ermin, welcome out. Good to see ya. Okay, I'm gonna switch over to video games now. We got this all finished up, and I got it sent off. Hey, Baltimore. Good to see ya. Welcome out. Hey! Oh god, you can see my chest now. This isn't ideal. Now you all know I'm a male birdo. Oh god. Man, thank you so much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Yeah, so I see that you subscribed. I see it there, but I didn't get the announcement. But the announcement should be working because I have Mix It Up working. So yeah, I think Twitch is just in a big fuck up mood today. Yeah, that's true, Havoc. Now we can go to the club together. Oh, is that subscription from 2 days ago? Oh, interesting. Which is really not having a good evening.